Here real quick. Okay, we got Aldo, the troll. We got Kenny Cooper. He's getting bent this weekend. Greek Geek. You can't message Connor Ward. Okay, so Law Evolution, John Hoover, Izzy. Oh, I need to come up to Chicago and get some food. And just nonsense. Okay, so this is an impromptu live stream today simply because this is a major BMX weekend, so I won't have time to film a video, but also because this has been a fantastic week in the turf grass, I guess, home lawn care turf grass industry space, whatever you want to call it, with the release of the first Turf Truth YouTube video. Now, before we go into that, I want to say I am coming from my backyard on AT&T 5G, not sponsored whatsoever, from my Samsung Galaxy S Fold 5G, also not sponsored whatsoever. I have no loom cubes behind me making things pretty with that are showcasing bags of Heritage G and Arden 15 because I do not sell either of those, unfortunately. Sorry. But what is behind me is a shed that the grass factor can't burn down. And then in front of me, which is now behind me, no pool, no fire pit. So let's get into, I guess, and this was prompted in all honesty by a comment made that was shared in the bad zone, the long Discord that everyone loves to hate. And I share sentiments on this. And so it's worth discussing. And that is Ron Henry's launch stream tonight, when someone asked if he watched the Turf Truth video. He said he started it, then stopped it because it was a cartoon character with a voiceover. And I agree with where he's coming from on that. Uh-oh. Twisted Tea also not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, you know where to get me. Details below in the description. But I see where he's coming from in that, because in this day and age, you really need to show face when you're calling out a bunch of bullshit. Kind of like my above ground irrigation in that corner that's on the ground, and I have to bend over and get it, and I'm not going to buy a $170 piece of bullshit from Princess Lawncare. There you go, buddy. That's what it is. But he did make a good point to where, while all the information within the Turf Truth video was factual, let me get out of that light there real quick for some glare. The ability for a common person, and this is where you would insert like early 90s, mid 90s George Carlin, you know, the average person with their intelligence. This is where those clips would go if this was an edited, you know, and highly produced Ron Henry video about talking about how, like, you got a stupid person, then half of those people are even freaking stupider. I see where he's coming from on that. And I'm just scrolling through the chat. I'm not Grass Factor. I do not have those magical live chat skills. So I see entirely where he's coming from on that, and the credibility hiding behind a cartoon character that uncannily resembles myself. I think that was done on purpose because they needed to get the views, because I was a hair model back in my single days before I met my wife. But hiding behind a cartoon character with a AI generated voice does lead to a certain level of, I can't say not being credible, but at the same time, people will question it, but also people will revel in the animosity that is behind that cartoon character, because no one knows who it is. And even though I poked fun earlier this week and last week thinking that, oh, it's not me, kind of hinting that it was me, it's totally not me. I'm an IT guy by profession. I have been somewhat involved in IT since 1984. So yeah, a long freaking time. And I manage IT for a multinational company now. So I do not have the time to devote to, you know, what it takes to be an agronomy expert. That's kind of what it is. I do the best with what I have. But the information provided in that video, while lacking specific what do I do details, and that's what I loved about the video, because that's exactly what I'm about, is I don't want to tell you exactly what to freaking do, because at that point you are not learning, you are not growing as a person, as an individual, you are not expanding your skill set. And if you're not continually expanding your skill set, then you are doomed to failure. And unfortunately, that is the freaking truth. It is replicated all across society these days, and if you don't learn and grow, you will fail. That's exactly what it is. And this is, I don't get political because I try to keep it out of it, but the minimum wage deal, and while it is low based on inflation, and you can run all those numbers by me, the fact that when I started my first job and I was making $4.75 an hour, but a year later I was making $7.75, when I left there, through hard work and determination and learning how shit works, that kind of tells you where I lie in that. Yeah, still low, but you can advance beyond that crap. Super easy. And so that's what I absolutely love about Turf Truth, is they are making people think. They are giving you all the information you need to make an informed and solid decision down below in their description. And from my last full video I released, where I had a link where you can buy all of my stuff, because I was selling it all in the last one, 36 people went down to that description, because even though I said the links below, I didn't tell them specifically to go click that link. Those 36 people did it on their own, and it's overwhelmingly positive. So that's what it is. I'm kind of disappointed there's only 20 people in here right now. 2 people just dropped out. So with that being said, and we got to harken back to my time on Thirsty Thursday. If you want a lawn like this, there are links down in the description to buy everything I use to get the lawn like this. If you want dirt like that, there's links to descriptions on how to get dirt like that. If you want a trampoline like that, go bug your neighbor, have him sell it to you for 80 bucks, and then spend $400 in getting it operational over the course of 3 years. Weber Grill, buy it. Blackstone, buy it. IKEA furniture set, buy it. Shed, build it. Oh wait, that's my garden. There's the shed. Build it. There we go. Okay, let's go back to the chat. Okay, so Jay Farm, what's up, real low dad? Prepping for a BMX weekend. Love my lawn, is loving it. Bermuda Boss, yes, I know you're in IT. Everybody that does lawn care is in IT, whether or not they admit it. That is scientific fact. There have been studies produced on that are unfortunately only available if you're a member of the Lawn Discord. So that's what it is. Chad Fleming, I mistakenly read BSM video as BDSM video, and unfortunately those are not available here on YouTube, but they are on my OnlyFans. Not yet though, but there is one. Okay, so Connor Ward, what do I do if I'm as fake as a $3 bill? Well, that's actually really, really simple. You go purchase some perennial ryegrass and put it down so you can have a good looking lawn again. I can't say anything. That's facts. And Dad and all day visiting from a long, oh man, over the traffic infested bridge on Pellissippi going to Maryville. I hope you're doing well, Chuck. I'm probably will be calling you tomorrow for camera related questions, because I'm trying something new tomorrow. Okay, so back on topic with Turf Truth. Let's see. Are there any questions? Anyone want my opinion or more of my opinion? Oh, yeah, I know you are, Aldo. Can't wait till October. So, okay, now, okay. So we talked about Turd Truth and, you know, the cartoon character and all that crap. And how, you know, I agree with Ron Henry in the sense that you're hiding behind a cartoon character with a computer generated voice. However, at the same time, you cannot discount fact. You can't ignore it. That's what it is. And his just brushing it aside because of that already, and everyone knows I'm sure Ron's a really nice guy. I know he works from Dell. I know he works for Dell in the security division, which my personal experience with 20 plus years in IT is that area of Dell is lacking. But either here nor there is, it makes me discount his credibility because he is not willing to open himself up to criticism, in the sense to where I proactively reached out or tweeted Turd Truth to say, do me next. Go through my entire backlog. Go through my 26-minute video of the Real Mower review where I say 462 times because I got another negative comment on that this evening, but I leave it up because there's a sense of dignity. Go through that, show yourself, expose your weaknesses, and be willing to grow. That's what it is. If you can't fess up to your wrongs, you can never be right. Oh, let's go. Okay, we got some comments. Connor, leave Backwoods alone. You're such a bully. Holy cow, the shirt's going to come off now and you're going to wrestle him to the ground like Falcon, and Falcon went mute after that. Okay. Perfect thing, Paul. I'm tired of channels coming out of nowhere acting like experts to sell products. Now, one thing if people notice that have followed me or have been subscribed or watched my videos, even if they're not subscribed for a long time, is I don't show a lot of herbicides, maybe once or twice, no fungicides. And fertilization's left pretty basic. And the reason behind that is I'm not an expert and I do not want to mislead someone to screw up their lawn beyond belief, because it's really easy to do. I've done a lot of crazy, stupid things at the behest of friends to experiment, and I'm more than willing to do that on my own and take personal responsibility on that. But I will never do something and say that that's how it should be done. I will never sell you a bag of Heritage G saying that will cure your Pythium in a video and then backtrack on that comment and say that, oh, it's not effective at Pythium whatsoever. You need some, oh, what's that new? I can't remember. It's the new next product, though, that they're selling as a fertilizer. Oh, I can't remember the name because I don't really care about it. Dad, all day, you're not an idiot who gets lucky. You call me, and then I'm like, there you go, buddy. You'll fix it. I need to come by and see the new backyard. I am drinking twisted tea this evening because I've realized how cheap it was and really how good it is. So back on to that one rant, because I love live stream rants. They're fantastic. So, you know, I won't sell you crap or tell you to use crap because I don't overtly sell stuff. I leave links to support me. If you choose to do that, great. If you don't, great, whatever. I just want to help people along their journey, kind of like I'm doing, and then a lot of times paying it forward. If you ask a lot of people, I pay a lot of things forward and doing things because that's kind of what Matt taught me how to do. But other things like, and I'm sorry to be freaking bugging on Ron Henry tonight, but he honestly freaking deserves it because he came out of freaking nowhere after book reviews and karate lessons and a bunch of other crap. And while he can read a label absolutely fantastically, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And the fact then that goes back into the grass with his Tifway 419 and Arden 15. He will sell a video all freaking day long. And I want Turd Truth to kind of talk about some of this stuff. I know they're more in probably the cool season realm based on the way they talk and the way their vernacular is on Twitter, but overseeding that bullcrap into a hybrid, or hold on, triploid interspecific, hold on again, triploid interspecific hybrid Bermuda grass, because technically Arden 15, along with Yukon, Princess 77, any other improved common Bermuda grass can technically be called a hybrid because it's cross-pollinated between two hybrids. But yeah, whatever, we don't follow science this day and age. We follow whatever Twitter tells us to. But telling people to do that in a video, but then backtracking it in the comments saying, that's a bad idea. Most people don't read the freaking comments. I'm sorry. When you look at a video with 50,000 views and 1,000 comments, there's, that's a pretty big discrepancy where people aren't going to proactively go down there and look for that information. And him continually releasing video after video on that is doing a disservice to the whole freaking community. Personally, I don't care if you do it. Whatever. Go for it. Have fun. Spend your money. I don't give a crap. But if you're looking for, a picture perfect manicure lawn and you're putting in 2 different varieties of Bermuda, then it's not going to look good. At the same time, I've also did it but backwards. I put in hybrid into common, and it's actually going to be paying off this year due to those lovely trees right there giving me a ton of shade. So, okay, let me go back to the comments. What is the break-even point to sell products? Connor, you will find out very, very soon, because I did something stupid. And I apologize in advance to everyone watching this. Just enjoy it, because it's going to be a good time. I'm currently going to be ordering some lobsters and brushing up on a more New England vocabulary. Let's see, okay. Oh, Kenny Cooper wants to know what the real question answered is, what is the best leveling rake on the market? Okay. I've already gave a dig to Princess, and I don't see him in here because he doesn't watch these videos. He says because, oh, whatever, you're not funny, you're not. It's because he doesn't understand Gen X sarcasm. But I don't own a leveling rake at all. I have a broken garden rake that's getting ready to be Gorilla Glued back together. And then I have a 5x3 drag mat. Next year, I will be purchasing probably a 48-inch landscape rake along with a leveling rake. And with that being said, it will be Ryan Knorr's leveling rake, because I consider Ryan a good friend. And there's a lifetime warranty on it, So if I run into any issues, that will be corrected. I'm not going to spend extra money for an R&R rake, even though I've spent lots of money at R&R, way more than Princess has ever spent. And I'm talking enough when you're getting free shipping, free hats, t-shirts, and they're sending you in a bunch of swag. Yeah, I spent a ton of money with them. But I will get the Ryan Knorr Lawn Care rake solely because I'm supporting a friend in his endeavors, and what he's doing with his new property is I'm envious of. I cannot wait to be at that point to where I can do what he's doing. And that same goes with Ben Sims. I'm just watching the transformation, and that's what I love about the lawn tools, the transformation with what they're doing back there. I don't care that they're mowing their grass real low or any of that other stuff. I like seeing the transformation process take place and what they're doing with the land, because that's what I've been doing in my backyard now for forever, and I hope to finalize that this year so I can move. Green shocker, I don't know. Oh man, I've been hitting up the Andersons on the Instagram since I started following them, trying to get me into some of that green shocker awesome, and they don't reply. And I know you've spent more, Connor Ward, because you spent more shipping your mowers to your house than I've spent on mine. But that's okay. And then Connor, I actually need to call you about best summertime vacation areas. Okay. Okay, so Bermuda Boss, I want to hear about more about your backyard. Terrible, and try to start over, because Bermuda honestly is not hard. If you simply follow what Turf Truth says, then everything goes all right. But they've only done one video right now and about 4,000 tweets. Okay, so my phone's about, well, I don't know. Is it about to die? No. I don't even know what 1K is talking about, Connor. I have not watched your lake video yet where you sunk a jet ski or did whatever you did to a jet ski, but I'll try to watch it tonight. Okay, so back on to Turf Truth. And this is, okay, so this is me speculating right now because, again, I am not Turf Truth, but they've posted the premieres for their next 2 videos. There's one dealing with Alan, which is Lawncare not debunked. And the not is the key word, because the thumbnail has flagship fertilizer in it, which I have not used. And like I've said before, I haven't used it because it does not fit what I need for my lawn, because the prill size is not consistent or small enough for my needs. But then the follow-up video is Lawncology debunked. So what are your all's thoughts? So I'm leaning towards they're going to and looking at the timestamp descriptions in the section, I think video 2 is probably going to favor Alan a little bit, and then video 3 is going to totally rip John Perry apart, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And again, I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I encourage them to attack me and bring it to me. And then Backwoods Lawn Care up in, is it even Canada when it's that far north? Come on, answer. But yeah, whatever. But I'm looking forward to that because I want to, every video they release, regardless of who it's about. I don't care who it's about, but I want to hear an opposing side to everything to make the most informed decision that can be made for me. It's not Canada. Come on, Backwoods. I'm just giving him a hard time. Go subscribe to Backwoods Lawn Care. He's a good guy up in Canada. He's feeling very lonely right now with all of Trudeau's restrictions and inability to do anything. Thank you, Travis. I was supposed to be filming the video I commented on about today, and that actually brings me up to this here. Travis here in the comments, him and another viewer were having this awesome back and forth discussion on Blue Muta and the concept of it, and, you know, pinging ideas back and forth. And so I just want to give a big super thank you to both of them, because that is what I'm trying to foster. And, you know, let's think, let's discuss, let's grow, and let's learn. And so doing that right there, hats off. I hope to film a lot of it Sunday, and I will let you know that I have switched, mainly because I haven't been mowing my front lawn, because it hasn't been growing fast due to being north facing in the daylight hours. That is rotary mode now. So I'm going to keep it, it's around like 1 3/4 right now. Oh, Lawn Maverick. Do I think the average lawn care viewer will ever watch or discover Turf Truth? It's hard to say, because right now they are new. They have, I think, before this, just under 500 subscribers. But I think it will happen, just because even with that few subscribers, the views they got compared to other views, and I'm sure they'll go grab some of their social media and marketing kids from the university and be like, hey, who can help me SEO the shit out of this? It will happen, but I think it will be a slow grind over the coming months, mainly because they've been around forever on Twitter, focusing more on golf. But with the surge of DIY channels, like myself, I'm not the first, but there have been a surge since I've started of people hawking and just repeating talking points that it was enough to grab their attention. So I think it will come, but it won't be as blatant as someone that started in April of this year and has 20,000 subscribers for mysterious reasons. And so it won't be that fast, but it will happen, and I look forward to it. And any creator that is not willing to accept the criticism from it and take the opportunity to learn from it and develop their skill set, then where they stand on that. Okay, so Kenny said they're at 2.6 thousand views since the other day. So yeah, Doc's day will never come. You do not speak of the Doc, and that he has brought us great things as misting in the air, the green shocker, the good witch, the bad witch. Do not pressure wash your driveway because the EPA will fine you for using illegal chemicals, illegally applying chemicals while misting in the air. He's just brought so much greatness to the community. Do not, Doc, do not talk ill will of him. And he honestly, I will say this, he does not communicate much since discovering the lawn Discord, but he is a member and he hasn't left and he is still there. So take it with that. He doesn't pack up his crap and run, even though, I don't listen to a damn word he says, but hey, that's what it is. Yes, the link is in the description. Go buy. The only link that is not in the description is of my OnlyFans. So if your wife is ever mad at you for spending all your days and evenings into the lawn, send her over that way and have her look at my feet. Oh. Connor, no, I don't think Alan will ever team up with Doc, because Doc is, love it or hate it, he is the Anderson spokesperson. He is who the Anderson goes to reach the average everyday Joe, because he's, huggable, likable, has this witty charismatic charm, and I don't think it'll happen. But then at the same time, Alan is also selling some Anderson products on Yard Mastery, so I don't think it'll happen. I think I have a greater chance of Doc meeting me than meeting Alan. And that's simply because I'm only a couple hours away and a tiny fender bender from getting to Athens. And Castleberry knows exactly what I'm talking about with that. Oh, RT, what happened between myself, Alan, and John Perry? Didn't you all used to be friends? Okay, I can't speak with this because, I'm still friends with both of them on Facebook, whatever Facebook friends mean, which means, and that doesn't mean, honestly, much of anything. But no, I commented on some of Alan's stories on Instagram today. I commented on him and said, hey, I wish you knew you were doing this. I would have sent Dean up there, because everyone knows, if you watched when I did the St. Augustine sod at my mom's house, that my stepfather Dean did all the work while me and Alan had a good time. And he got a laugh out of it. But I think a lot of it comes down to is, when I went to Athens and I was only allowed to film storage shelves, nothing else. There's only so many times you can walk down a aisle of Next bottles on a warehouse shelf before you do anything. Do I still use the next products? I've used Aerate once this year in a video. I put down RGS on half of my front lawn until the ortho shattered. It did not clog. The actual container shattered. And so, but then after that, I did that. Did I see results from any of that? I can't tell you, because I was also putting down a ton of other shit, to where the point of my backyard, which you cannot see anymore because it is dark outside. Again, no Lumicubes with Humic and Arden behind me. But I was putting down so much stuff to where I couldn't gauge a response from one particular product because I was putting down 6 or 7 over the course of a week. Did those 6 or 7 help? Absolutely they did, but I cannot attribute positive or negative results to any of those. So that's where I stay with that. What changed with that was when I did the Sunday review, to where I split the lawn right from the corner there out and did the exact same amount of nitrogen. I only did nitrogen solely because Sunday was mainly nitrogen, but I did the same amounts between X Green and Sunday, and the freaking world of difference. Just go watch the freaking video. You'll find it. That video is my most profitable video. Holy cow. It has made me a lot of money. But that's when I started kind of separating things, and I wish I had the amount of space to do more test plots and things like that. But at the end of the day, I live in a subdivision, so I need to kind of make it look good and make the wife as happy as I can make her when I'm spending a lot of my time in the lawn and not inside. But a lot of that's changed. We have a lot of BMX going along, so it's been dark there for the last hour because you live at the freaking North Pole backwards, Lawncare. Pro Vista, man, I would love some Pro Vista, and they didn't freaking do anything. So, okay, so let's see. Did you pay full price for GCF products? No. I received everything from it from free. 90% of that, though, however, was from Matt. What I received directly free from GCF is they sent me a box in the mail that had like a gallon of RGS and a gallon of like Green Effect, or I don't know what it is, or Green Punch, whatever. And then when I went down there, I received a gallon of Green Start and a gallon of whatever their starter fertilizer one is. And I used that on the front lawn, and half my front lawn died. And I'm leaving it at that because, and then I stopped using it. So no, I never paid for a cent for Greene County fertilizer. I will not. Oh, actually, no. In my test molasses in my pool spot. Okay, so that's actually a fun thing. Is we'll talk about that in a future video. But I did something really stupid in the pool spot, and it's going to be fantastic. Would you use a robot mower if you could get one from a company? Yes, I actually would. So starting last May, so May of 2020, is when things started going downhill with my ability to spend time in the lawn, and that's due to a ransomware attack with my company. And ever since then, that's attributed to my weight gain due to stress and working 60 to 70 hours a week while still doing family stuff, and then still trying to do YouTube stuff to keep people, up into that, because the YouTube is entirely a stress relieving and therapy to myself. That's all it is. What's in the vape? It is whatever the FDA is allowing me to vape right now, because they just banned pretty much everyone the other day. Water is not needed for grass, Alexander. You are correct. My front yard, if you go to my TikTok, which it is not linked below, but you can find it with Real Low Dad, you can see how it's doing since my last update video. I've done nothing to it other than a 1/4 pound of N from X Green and no watering. It's looking really good. Oh, Aldo, shut up about the freaking hot sauce, man. That's another reason why things have been down, because this summer I spent from May, either myself, my wife, or both of us, mainly my wife and both of us, but every other week we were in Cincinnati for 1 week. So all my peppers died. So there's no hot sauce this year. Aaron Taylor, my neighbor, has a robot mower. It looks like it drunk mows his lawn. Funny story about that. So back in my youth when I lived up in New York, and I visited my cousin who was just outside the reservation because I lived on the reservation, we had a neighbor that had an old motel. And he mowed his lawn on a Craftsman riding mower like a robot mower. Just circle until it's done. It was some good time. Backwoods lawn care, I cannot do that because I live in Tennessee, to where the only thing that is of, I don't know, of what you follow is what the Baptist church tells you to follow, and they still don't talk to anyone in liquor stores or abortion clinics. So that's where I stand. Chad Fleming, I lived in Salamanca, New York. That's where I am born and raised. Yes, actually aerates what's in this. You can kind of see. Look at that deep, dark, beautiful brown. No, I have not worked for Appalachian Underwriters in Oak Ridge, but I do work in Oak Ridge. So let's see. Let me go scroll back up like Matt does, because Lawn Stripe paid full. Seriously, dude? They made you pay full price for all that? Is it worse once you found out what the wholesale cost was if you went down there and picked it up? With a business license, it cost $20? Oh, crap, Chad. Oh, because I know you're from that area. Yes, actually, so I'm born in Salamanca, but parents divorced because that's what they did in the 70s and 80s and all that fun stuff, and left us on our own will. Is I actually lived up in Brockport, right down the street. Like, there's a World War I or II memorial, scary ass tower. But I lived in some apartment complexes there, which there was a UFO, because if anyone's been to that area of New York and Brockport, there's nothing there. There's freaking nothing there at all. And yeah, I can definitely see that. You never looked at wholesale GCF. Come on. That's in the lawn Discord like every 3 weeks, comparing prices, or at least every year. But it's something like, I don't know, 5 gallons of aerate at the wholesale price is like $12 or something like that, versus $100 if you bought it on the website from me, with the link down below, which it's not below because I don't have those anymore. Backwoods, that's not the only thing that doesn't come that far north. Except for me, when I visited and vacationed in Temagami. Hat goes off to all you cool seasoned turf guys. Y'all really... Okay. Alexander makes a fantastic freaking point on this. So, I like KBG more than Bermuda. I don't live in an area ideal, for the sustainability of Kentucky bluegrass. But holy freaking crap, how it just touches and it just caresses your toes, your foot, everything in this nice pillow of just succulent, or I don't think succulent's a word, but this lovely pillow of just softness. It's absolutely fantastic. And yes, there's a chance I'll be moving further north depending on how the end of this month goes. So, Ohio, I'm sorry, but Paul Smith, go ahead and post that site list. I'll retweet it. Okay, Lawn Stripes. Next time I'm in Cincinnati, the wife's going up because a lot of people don't know this, but my son has Tourette's. along with a couple other conditions and sleeping conditions. So that's why I go to Cincinnati a lot. My wife's coming up at the end of the month because we finally got back with another doctor, then another doctor with Mayo that's up in Wisconsin or Minnesota or something, and they're coming into Cincinnati because his neurologist with the Tourette's Center took a personal, I don't know, interest in figuring out what the hell's going wrong and what's going on with that. So that's that, but I'm probably not going to that because that means the other kid missing school, and they were both sick this week from a stomach bug, and I've been doing makeup work. Okay, Aaron Taylor, where is that located at? Usually when I'm in Cincinnati, I'm staying usually downtown. Last year was all Ronald McDonald House, but then this year has been whatever hotel had availability and drained the bank accounts. Sling them all, Conard Ward, all of them. Okay, there's a ton of freaking people. Okay, so next time I'm in Cincinnati, we're going to schedule a meetup. I just need someone local to the area. One, to tell me where a good neighborhood, where a good area to live at is, but then also a good area to go and have a meetup is. So there must be an inside joke with that. Okay, hold on. Go ahead. Okay. I will check that at my Kroger Marketplace, but the Kroger here, they've turned into the ghetto. Whatever happened to the Milo Push chat? All season lawn plan. That's where the Milo Push is. Milo, Roundup, Aerate, and I forget what the fourth component is, but it's probably Heritage G. Okay, so let's see. You have to come. Okay, Lawnvolution. Yes, I do. My wife's actually the maid of honor in my wedding, lives near Cincinnati, or not Cincinnati, near Columbus, somewhere in that gigantic cornfield of a city hall. The wife was actually just up there visiting her last time. We alternate between the Cincinnati and Columbus IKEAs for furniture since we don't have those down here. But yes, next time I'm up there, I will send out flares or notices or telegraph wires to figure out how to do something. Wife's maid of honor, her husband works, I think, or at least he used to work for True Green, which should provide some entertaining conversation. And then, of course, I have to visit, everyone's super sexy Ryan DeMay, when I'm up there, because that's all I really know of in Columbus besides my wife's friend. Chad Fleming, if I could only use one FERT for the next 5 years, what would it be? Well, that is super easy, and that's because if I stayed in this house for the next 5 years, my only FERT I would be using would be X-Green, because that's how much of it I have. And it's awesome. Connor Ward, where is Ron Henry's response to this Turf Truth vid? It was a comment in his live stream this evening stating that he held no value in it because it was a cartoon character with a computerized voice. Regardless of what content was in the video, he discounted it because of a cartoon, which I can see a lot of people doing that. But at the same time, I believe heavily in Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, so there's that. Yes, I have about 400 pounds of X-Green still sitting in the shed. It is happenstance, and then I have either 50 or 100 pounds of Carbon X, and then I have the magical 25-pound Prill mystery bag that I've featured in several videos, which is just simply X green at a bigger prill size. And that's all it is. I feel some people taking life too seriously. Oh man, I would love to. However, we're in a country where you can't loosen up because everything's freaking politicized and frowned upon due to, I don't know, biblical philosophy. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I'm going to call it because this has been 45 minutes. And this is the longest I've spent on a unsponsored twisted tea from, come to find out, is brewed by the Sam Adams, or owned from the Sam Adams brewery stuff. But yeah, it's good stuff there. If you all want to sponsor me, go ahead. Send me a message. The link's down below. Yeah, you know where to find it. But no, yeah, thank everyone. I thank everyone for watching here, giving me the thumbs up, giving me the thumbs down too, because interactions matter. Closing thoughts are, don't discount Truth because they're a cartoon with a computerized voice, because there's information to be had and shared and to learn from. But at the same time, question that information as well and verify with the links that they share on below, and read those and learn and grow and become a better person. Don't just take an internet person like myself or Connor Ward for that, because all he does is ride four-wheelers around and cut down trees improperly. You can't trust that man. Hope you're coming to GIE this year. You better be. I am. But yeah, leave it like that. Take it, absorb it, learn from it, and go from there. If you like the freaking crap that they're discounting on there, cool. Go for it. Like it. If you don't like it, cool. Go for it. Like it. Just don't be a pansy ass bitch like Princess and try to have a personal vendetta because someone wouldn't give you a free lawn care rake. And yeah, that's where I'm leaving it. So you all have a good night. Love you too, Connor Ward. We need to freaking have a get together again soon. We need it. And I can't wait to see your perennial ryegrass here in a couple weeks. It's going to look so good before the snow falls. You all have a great evening. I will see you when I see you.